before we get into today's video, guys, if you could do me a huge favor and consider leaving a like on the video. Leaving likes on the videos really helps us grow with the algorithm, improving videos that have more likes. If we could go for 2,000 likes on this video and hit that goal, that would be awesome. In this video, we're going over a cool little build we've got here using this Gorge Roll heritage that we got. Full bore assault mag, slide shot, killing wind. Really disgusting roll we got on this shoddy. We are pairing it up with the Monarque. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit more about why I paired these two weapons up, but first of all, if you guys need reminding, the Monarque is a bow that shoots poison arrows. Arrows fired quickly after a full draw become poison arrows. If you headshot someone with a poison bow, it will damage nearby enemies as well. Now, to explain what made me want to pair these weapons up, well, it's basically a kind of a change in my philosophy when it comes to legendary slug shotties, or at least specifically this legendary slug shoddy. The heritage has some really cool perks, slide shot and killing wind being the most optimal pairing of perks on this weapon. Now, similar to that posterity video that I did yesterday, I was going for the trustee, and while I was going for the trustee and failing to get a single one, I managed to get this shoddy roll. Again, it's a roll that I wanted to get on this weapon, and it finally dropped for me. Now, the thing I like to do with legendary slug shotties up until now, usually a quick draw roll, like a quick draw opening shot blasphemer for example, or my quick draw snapshot good bone structure. I like to use the weapons quite defensively, main your primary, and then switch, quick swap to your slug shoddy for the cleanup kill. But the heritage just does not excel as that style of shotgun. It's much more of a full-on, full commit to the shoddy type of shoddy. Now that might not make any sense to you guys. Maybe that sentence makes no sense, I don't know. But basically it means I'm going to have my shotgun out a lot, and I'm going to be APing super hard. Combining slide shot, which gives you a little bit more range and reloads a shoddy on the fly, with killing wind, is just built, on basically being a complete slug shotgun ape. And honestly, it's a ton of fun. Now, the question I had for myself was, okay, if I'm going to play like this with the shoddy and I'm only going to be aping and sliding and getting killing wind and flying around using speed, combination with killing wind and slide shot, blah blah blah. If I'm going to do that, what primary is going to complement this sort of playstyle? And then I was thinking, obviously with sunsetting, there aren't too many great options in the energy slot as far as primary weapons go. And there are no high impact hand cannons, for example, aside from a thin line. I never actually got that, so I don't even have one to use in regular PvP if I wanted to. And I was thinking, what if I just use Monarque, and if I'm at long range and I'm not in shotgun ape range, maybe I just switch to the bow and put an arrow in someone's head and just keep playing, if that makes sense. So it's very much a supplement. It's not the main course, the Monarque, definitely not. As you can see in the gameplay, I am mainly just sliding around like a maniac with the shoddy, but every now and then I will put an arrow in someone and obviously they'll get poisoned. At that point, when you poison them, I can then close the gap with Shiver Strike or with Cryoclasm Slide, and whilst they're being poisoned, you know exactly where they are. Because of the tracking numbers, the numbers come up with the damage, so you know where they're hiding, you know that they're currently weak, they haven't recovered their health. You close in on them and you can absolutely map them with the shotgun, and now you've got killing wind, and you can continue to just be an absolute menace with the slug shoddy. It's honestly a really fun way to play, and it's not something I ever really do as far as using a bow. Not really something you ever see me use, and I just thought this was interesting because it's kind of like a decent counter to the 120 meta that we have right now. You can just put in a massive chunk of damage of your own with the bow. If they're grouped up, they take damage altogether, and you leave them weak for your teammates. And if you hit someone with a bow and everybody's using 120s, one of your teammates puts a headshot into someone, they're probably dead after you hit them with a bow. And if they're not dead, you can maybe concentrate on closing the gap whilst they're poisoned and getting the shoddy kill yourself. It really complemented the Behemoth specifically as well, due to the increased movement capabilities that this Titan has compared to basically any other class in the game. It really was a fun way to play, and it's something that on any other Titan is basically impossible. There's no way to aggressively close down a poisoned player on other Titans like you can on this one, and it just became a very fun playstyle. Not every playstyle needs to be what's the word? Orthodox, it doesn't have to make sense. Sometimes you can just put something together and play a certain way and you can make it work. Would it work in Trials of Osiris or 3v3? Not sure. Maybe I might give it a try. I think it potentially could work. You just put a headshot into someone and then focus on securing a shoddy kill. That being said, you only have 2 shotgun shells and you are using a slug shotty, so you know you're going to need to make your shots count. For me, this shotty is really built on going on sprees. Like I already mentioned, killing wind is just so good on this shotgun. It gives you great handling, it gives you increased range, it gives you increased, you know, movement speed. It's just got a lot of things going for it. And then of course you don't have to stop to reload the gun. Slide shot will reload on the fly, and then obviously it'll give you a little bit more range as well. You can stack that with killing wind. And I was really mapping people with this shotty like I haven't mapped with a legendary slug shotty. I'm not sure if it gives it more range than an opening shot slug shotty. I can't confirm that, but it definitely felt very, very solid. Also, we had assault mag on our heritage, so we were shooting at 70 RPM instead of the usual 65 that legendary slugs fire at, so that again felt really, really good. Another thing worth noting, Monarque with any kind of damage buff will be a one shot, so if I was charged with light, a headshot would kill them out, combining with the burn damage, or if you'd frozen someone with Whisper of Hedrons, again it becomes a one shot kill, and it is very, very lethal. This loadout, it offers you lethality at range, it offers you a way to kind of shut people down from the 120 laning kind of gameplay, and then of course with the perfectly rolled heritage, you can really, really go to town on people. Another thing I wanted to talk about, and one of the reasons why I committed to this sort of style with this shotty, is because I didn't get any high handling perks on this shotgun. Obviously I've mentioned this a bunch of times already, but the current batch of legendary shotties really do kind of pale in comparison to the likes of Blasphemer and Good Bone Structure and Ganora's Axe, because those shotguns can roll quick draw, they can roll snapshot, and then you can combine those perks with something like opening shot, which is just really, really strong. None of the current legendary slugs can give you that roll, first in last out, the Bone Chiller or the Heritage. None of them offer you quick draw or snapshot, which is a real shame, but in the end it did lead me to this different sort of playstyle. And I will say, rocking a max range legendary slug shotty, I was feeling that it did make the hitboxes a little bit more forgiving, and I was hitting my shots with a lot of consistency. Now, we have mentioned before that I don't think range has any effect on your overall one hit kill distance on legendary slug shotties. It definitely has its own solid cap, but range does increase your bullet magnetism and your aim assist drop off and all of that sort of good stuff. So using a full bore range masterwork slug shotty definitely did feel pretty damn good. You could even max it out even further if you went for accurate rounds, but again I really don't recommend that. I recommend going for assault mag to bump up your rate of fire to 70 and you know, have fun with this setup. The name is good, right, for this build, Monarque's Heritage. That just goes together well. The name goes together well, and the weapons most certainly go together well, as you can see in the gameplay. I think we dropped around 40 defeats here in Clash, which isn't too bad for a bow and a shotty. A little bit unorthodox and random, but you know, that's what we like to do over here. We like to mix up the loadouts and try different stuff. It worked out pretty well. I recommend you guys give it a try. As always, I will see you guys in the next video, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Peace, peace, peace.